Yo, what's up guys? It's your boy Coach Myers. Welcome back to my kitchen for another edition of Max Effort Muscle Meals. And today we're gonna use our world famous chocolate chip baking mix. Make sure you get you some. And we're gonna kind of replicate something that's as American as Max Effort, and that's apple pie. We're gonna make what I call Max Effort apple pie sliders. We're gonna use the baking mix to make kind of thin cookie type pancakes almost. We're gonna chop up this apple, saute it in some butter and some cinnamon, no added sugar or anything like that. We'll have enough sweetness from the apple, and we'll use that as a topping on top of these little sliders. They're gonna be great. Follow along. First thing is we gotta get this apple cooked. That's what's gonna take the longest. Now, you can cut it any way you want, but I like to dice it up, which means we're going to cut it into slices like that. And then, number one, you don't want huge chunks of apple because they'll take longer to cook. And also too, I like to make these almost like little silver dollar type pancakes. So these sliders are like good little snacks. So you don't want the apple too big either. You want it to be able to just kind of top it just right. These are perfect for next time you have a, what should we call it, a house guest, and in the morning you want to impress them. Make them something nice to snack on while you're laying around watching Oprah or whatever it is you're doing. Hand them a tray of these Max Effort sliders. I guarantee that you will have company more often. We'll start with about a tablespoon of butter. We're gonna let that melt. As soon as it melts, we're gonna add our apple, cinnamon it up, we'll cover it, stir often. If they start to get kind of dry or they're sticking, we'll add some more butter to them. Oh man, the aroma of this alone is gonna be enough to get someone excited. It smells like apple pie already. One little layer of cinnamon. Cover these up. When we stir them, that's probably when we'll add some more butter, some more cinnamon. Check on them here in a couple minutes. Now, time to mix up our baking mix. Now, I like to add an egg. You don't necessarily have to add an egg. You can go with just the mix and water, but I like to add the egg just to up the protein content even more. And I think that the egg helps give it an even better texture when it cooks. We're gonna go with a little bit of cinnamon too. Think of these sliders as almost like the apple pie crust, right? Boom, boom, bada bing. Now the egg's not going to be enough liquid for that one scoop, so you're going to need to add a little bit of water. But again, do it kind of sparingly. Make sure to really scrape the sides of that bowl. Just a little bit more. Now one thing is, if you accidentally put too much water in, you can always add some more mix. But again, don't get kind of caught in that back and forth of like, oh, I added some mix. Okay, now it's too much mix. Now more water. Boom, 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 back and forth. So there's always, when you got to add more, if it's more water, go very little. If it's too wet, you got to add more mix. Just a little bit, a tablespoon or so, until you find that nice consistency. That's what we want right there. That's gonna make a nice, thin, pancake, crusty base. And those will cook really fast, so we don't need to put those on yet. We'll wait till the apples are kind of almost done. We're actually gonna turn that up to medium. Add about another half tablespoon of butter. Just kind of put that on top, let that melt down. All right, so the apples are almost done. I'm gonna add just a little bit more cinnamon and probably like another half tablespoon of butter. And now I'm gonna turn it down a little bit. And now it's time to make our pancake bakes. And once your apples are almost all the way cooked, you don't have to put the lid on anymore. The lid's really just kind of steam them, get them softened up. These are softened up sufficiently, so the lid's no longer needed. Don't do this at home. Use your spatula. Don't use your hands. Now you can make these big or as small as you want. I like to make them pretty small. Like I said, they're almost gonna be like little snacks. So I'm gonna use like a big tablespoon here and just kind of put one big glob like that. And that's how you want them to. You want them nice and thin for this. You don't want them real thick. If they're pouring out really thick, that means you didn't put enough liquid in there with it. Got room for a couple more, but I'm gonna wait till those ones are done. Oh, look at that. That is a perfect pancake right there. Some of the keys to cooking these perfectly. Number one, you gotta have that butter down. You need it nice and oiled. It can't be too hot. If it's too hot, it's gonna burn before it cooks through. You want a nice brown crust on them, but you don't want them overcooked. Well, I'll tell you, it doesn't get any more American than Mom's apple pie, and this is the next best thing. Max Effort apple pie sliders. I'm gonna dig in on this.